Hey everyone. So I want to say hi again, and I had just put on some really proper, of course always, but well tailored uh, business attires that I always wear when I go out. Although the Hollywood culture had gotten to me that the night scenes, when they say the night is still young among the Jewish community, yeah, that I want to teach everybody how to walk confidently, and it is a very ching valuable. Number one, you have to have the rejuvenation. Excuse me, this is not the sparkling water yet. Not yet, but it's only a few shops away. 100 meter dash away. So walking, do it foot by foot. What is the sparkling water name again? Evian is distilled water, and there are the green bottles with the S. So number one, you have to pay attention to your pockets. Is it sticking out? Your pants. No pleats. Pleats is P-L-E-A-D. No pleats or with the pleats. 1, 2, 3. Is it a radish? Is it straight down? Is it tight? And that is the differences. The way you walk, obviously, is a straight line, right? You don't look onto the floor. You are supposed to look straight. Are your hands supposed to walk front and back? Or just simply keeping it there? Buttons, I always only cover the clip the top button and just simply walk. Your hands are supposed to be coordination. Left foot, right hand, left foot. Back up. When you're backing up, you might be dragging your toes. Alright? So, just walk. It might not be a perfect straight line. So, or one hand, that's the best one. Just one hand. But your right hand, the swinging hand, is supposed to match the other foot. Your suits on the back, you have the option to have these shields or the split or sealed. Alright, so that is one very important mentioning. When you're giving a speech, it is somewhat Boy Scouts. My first job was Boy Scouts, remember that? And at ease. Alright. Stationery. You might have a pen. Some people clip their pen here. Some people clip their pen here. Some people have the pockets. Some people have it in the inner pockets. The tie. I'm a big supporter and fan and on the list for Burberry because I am very prideful and very selfless. On English linguistics and the steps to know the spelling ABC, the sound of A-E-I-O-U, prefix, suffix of each word, your name title, the etiquettes, the patient listening, and value each attributes and points of a speech giver. Given the fact that you are in Asia Pacific, and especially in Chinese culture, the more you yap and talk, the more you're documented whether or not your information is worth the paper resources and the time. Reading, highlighting, underline, circle, or bold your words. Alright? So walking again for men. It's always opposite leg matching the swinging arm. Alright? And as an officer, as a reservist, lock your chin, and the step, the knee motion. And every single step, you can feel the front left and front right. Very firm. When you're giving a speech, if you show your open heart, open area here, it is an indication that you're very open-minded, welcoming, no defense, no offense. So that's one way to show openness. Your hand gestures. When you're pointing, some people and some culture get offended. The way you might rock back and forth with your foot, you understand that you're trying to preserve the energy of the audience and viewers. And your hand ready to press buttons or remotes, that's important. The lighting, whether or not you might be drained, read the crowd and see if they actually appreciate the day. Some refreshments for this long investors soon to be. when I'm ready for the accountancy and the stock options, the IPO. So hope everybody enjoy these videos. Let me show you, demonstrate one more time. Remember, swinging arms matching the walking foot, that is forward. Alright? And then the foot steps doesn't have to be a straight line. It's not the DUI police walk a straight line, you know? Show me a straight line. You know, it's just your shoulder level. And every single step, you appreciate how your foot and your perfectly fitted shoes, alright? So your foot like this, your shoes are supposed to be bigger than your frontal area of your foot, alright? Because as children and as a teenager, sometimes we don't have time, we don't have the budget to buy the perfect shoes, right? The style, the colors, the material, synthetic leather or artificial leather or the real leather, alright? So that's how you practice walking. And if your home is not that big, let me think. Maybe do this. Or bend your knees a little bit. Yeah. So that's how you walk. When your foot is coming down, only the front come down. So when you're watching YouTube and this and that, the news events, perhaps. That's alright. So hope everybody enjoy these videos and see the value in some of these. Hey, if I had that existing problems, I can provide the solutions. Where's your solutions from? Aquafina sparkling water, or the green bottle. Ouch. I have fingers. Yeah. So all these are just fingers of written journals. Yeah. And sometimes, what else can I say? The phones. In today's circumstances, sometimes people's phones might just be, hanging out, and people want to be seen and perhaps name tag for other opportunities and change of pace, change of jobs, and that's totally okay. Back in the days with briefcases, I had a briefcase. The first briefcase I had was Kenneth Cole, because I wanted to stay away from the traditional Dunhill and English patient kind of or the legal rolling strolly briefcases. And let me see if I still have it. So guess what? When you have a briefcase and you don't even know where Kenneth Cole started, I was already in Santa Monica, you know, hanging out. So with these, guess what was in there back in the days? Number one, it would be your stationery. Number two, it was the dictionaries. Number three, pocket-sized Bible. All right, and that was briefcases back in the days. Your glasses might be your eyeglasses might be hanging from here. Or possibly right here. But today's society, there are so much advances and elevated designs and products, like the contacts, eye contacts, and LASIK surgeries. You don't even need glasses anymore. So with these, that's what it was. Your folder, your insurance, your ID, your birth certificates, and all that goodies in here. I hereby introduce again my first founded company, Remain registered, but not yet going out, because that is the platform and the backbone of my companies, and that is Capstone Concepts. And the capstone basically is a doorway with an arc, and here is the stone. All right, so with that, of course there are pillars on the back. It's not a monument, and that is my mental confidence, pillared and structured with all of the supporters, contributed hellos and greetings, stand by, and my experiences. With the British BNO passport and the Chinese passport. So those are my experiences. And I thank so many people, so many communities, so many schools, college, educational institutes, professional offices, professional institutes, and case studies, endless, countless books, and media reports. When I say media reports, I include commercials, advertisements, advertised information, product studies, product showcases by 2D media, and memorable drive sometimes, flash drive, CDs, or flash drive, to read, and knowledge is power. Alright? And as a applicable knighthood. Yeah. So I hope that everybody enjoys these additional pointing and footwork. Alright? So seriously, sometimes I might be rude, stubborn, too focused, spontaneously just outburst like, shh, be quiet. I have to conduct a report. Or ignore me and you do your own thing kind of friend, former classmate, alumni. And so I hope everybody can first know about the footsteps and the stationaries and carry-ons, and just feeling comfortable in the suit. Sometimes I wear a backpack, you know? And with today's technology, it's just about scanning and scanning and scanning and scanning and scanning and scanning into the fingers. And I pay attention to law enforcement agencies' technologies, and I am selfless to give gestures. And I'll keep my boys and girls busy. Do not mess with the police work, and do not try to overcome their work, because at the end, without law enforcement, without effective law enforcement, there is no order enough to have society hand in hand elevating. Alright, so I hope all the law enforcement agencies and international authorities feel positive and have a nice season full of supplies to be very organized, and files storage, and just a smiley sometimes. Alright, just a smiley face, and have the life proceedings and experiences as a public servant, law enforcer, scholar in the whole legality studies, and bureaucrats, kind of voting power, decision power, and technologies, assessors, and structured, well-trained, safeguarding citizens kind of work. Alright? So I hope that my researched technologies is, don't say the R word, but it is not protest kind of dangers at my next building occupancy, or the whole building occupancy, you know? You little heads, don't make me go down there and feed you some McDonald's. Alright, so seriously, enjoy. So footstep again. And just one step at a time, and keep breathing. So breathing wise, breathing like in, out, and some people have things on their hand, and that feels more secured. So sometimes if you walk sideways, and just kind of feel your foot. And if it's cramped, then it just, but with mine, I can kind of feel the foot. And it's just good, positive, that maybe sometimes you're holding something in your hand. Chinese sometimes do this, count. And don't be offended. Some people like to make this gesture, and then with me, sometimes I clam my fingers, and just to keep focus. And just, if I do this, people better be ready. I'm just be throwing out words like, hey, my name is Benny, I'm 39 years old, I'm from Hong Kong, I grew up in Los Angeles, I lived in Miami, Canada, I hold a British passport, and I'm a public company, soon to be, and when that time comes, I'll come back and show you the business cards and things, and just keep on coming out with words and words and words and words and words and words and words, kind of like rap. Yeah, so if I start holding this kind of speech, ouch, and I switch hands, right, left, alright, so seriously, I hope everybody appreciate the steps. And excuse the kind of the ambience and the temporarily stacked loads of paper and study and clothing and samples for myself only. So, oh, by the way, and seriously, the Boy Scouts way is T, V, J, left, I don't know about the Girl Guides. Alright, so remember, the hand goes with the front foot. It's not kicking, it's just walking. And then you know how to walk. One day. Or just improve. Alright? And when people go like this, you can ask the bureaucrats what that means. Alright. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Good day. Good season. And great accountancy annual.